What's up, everybody? Got a great show for you today. We got our special guest, Ryan. We brought him on for another week. Views did good, so we had to bring him on. And then got another special guest, Jacob Huff, my other big bro, Gopher legend, people call him. Always coming back to Minnesota, hanging with Fleck and them. But we're excited to talk about some NBA finals, some football talk. We're not going to talk about Deshaun Watson today, even though we could. He's still making news, but we're not going to talk about him today, give him a break. But shit, how are we doing today?
Man, we doing good. What's going on with y'all? Thanks for having me on.
Just got done watching the
finals.
Thanks
for being here,
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Exactly. Go for legend. You know what I'm saying? We talk about building a culture. You put one of them bricks on that wall to see where they at today. You had an impact on that. So
yeah, you were a part of that team that beat Wisconsin.
In
recent history. Yeah, that was a big step in the right direction.
Biggest winning program history. At that point,
man. Y'all making me blush, man. Hey, I wouldn't call myself a legend, but I had a really fun 4 years, and I definitely think I put my fingerprint on the program in those 4 years. So I appreciate y'all talking about that.
Sir, I had to give you your flowers before we get into it. But so we all watched Game 5. Now Curry wasn't playing to his level, wasn't playing like the Finals MVP looking prediction, but everybody else stepped up. Wiggins was balling, Poole was balling, Thompson was balling. So what was some of your reactions to Game 5?
I mean, it's a team effort. You got Steph out there hooping Game 2, Game 3, Game 4, carrying the whole squad. The rest of the team is back tonight, and it just makes you appreciate the whole team aspect.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this: Celtics were supposed to win that game, without a doubt. They were supposed to win the game. Steph,
but they did it. So,
arguably, Steph had probably his worst game in his playoff history. Arguably,
no threes.
He had no threes for the first time in over 200 games, right? I think what he finished with 14, 15 points.
Oh, he did. He was trying to get one late in the game too.
On over 20 shots.
I didn't think he made 1 3, right? I mean,
you have to capitalize, Celtics. You have to capitalize, and they made that run in the third quarter. I called them having a really big third quarter. Had them having a really big fourth quarter. At the end of the day, I think that Jordan Poole shot at the end of the third quarter, that was a big momentum shifter because they were going into the huddle. They were about to go into the huddle down. He hits that wild-ass 37-footer, and next thing you know, now they're up 1 instead of down 2. So to me, that was a game changer. It's unfortunate, man. Celtics should have took care of business.
I don't even think, although that was a big dagger in the game, it is something you can point to and like, wow, yeah, that was the point where people thought they were going to win. I look at all the turnovers the Celtics had. Like,
18.
You can't
that was horrendous.
You can't win a game with that. I mean, I don't care if you're playing badminton.
Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are like middle school kids when it comes to passing the ball and dribbling.
Bro, it's almost like if you force them left, they turning that bitch over.
Every time.
Yeah.
If they go right, they might. Nets might be grazing right over your head if they go right.
They turn the ball over. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
If they cut half of the turnovers, just half of them, they win that game easily. If you look at the points scored off of turnovers, Golden State is favored by a ton. That's the game right there. Turnovers and free throws too. They missed a ton of free throws.
Yes, they
do. Golden State
only
had 5 turnovers.
Ryan, I want your opinion on this too. But Marcus Smart, he was tweaking out there. In my opinion, he let things get flustered. People in his head, he talking the refs crazy, getting technical.
Yeah,
that's uncalled for.
The shenanigans, yes, but when they were making that run, Marcus Smart was the guy. He was the go-to.
No, he was hooping offensively.
Yeah, he was doing really good in the fourth quarter when he was down. In the fourth quarter when he was sitting down, when Ime put him back in the game, they started to make a run again. Honestly, outside of the shenanigans where he's throwing elbows and all that other BS that he was doing, I thought Marcus Smart was the only one really out, like holding it down like consistently on both ends of the floor. Jason Tatum, he had a really good game offensively, but defensively and turning the ball over was just ridiculous. Jaylen Brown, I don't know where the hell he was at tonight. He was turning it over.
I thought Marcus had a really good game, but after he started getting those technicals, he was not playing that well, and you can see the rest of the team going south as well. So for me, it was just I point to the turnovers and I point to Marcus Smart's attitude when it came to when the getting got good. He kind of just let his attitude kind of get the best of him. And even with Draymond, Draymond go do what he do. When he walking backwards with Tatum, Marcus Smart was the main one hoofing and hollering like, this nigga wasn't even a part of this altercation, and you the main one. It just seemed like the moment was too big for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he had a good game offensively. Yes, he did make a mental mistake in them turnovers and the flagrant, but I think overall he had a pretty consistent game. But I mean, hats off to the Warriors defense. I mean, down the stretch, they was just sitting the hell down.
The whole game.
Yeah.
The whole game.
It was ridiculous.
Outside of the first 5, maybe 6 minutes of the third quarter, the Warriors sat down the entire game. They were just sitting down on everything.
Exactly.
And I'll tell you one thing. I know I might sound dumb when I say this, and I don't want to cheat Steph Curry out of everything, but Andrew Wiggins is my finals MVP right now.
He's been really consistent.
He's my
finals
my MVP right now, man.
If he has one more good game, I can see him taking it. I can see him getting some votes.
He has been so consistent. Steph Curry.
And he got to get it. He got to get his shots out the mud. He got to get his shit off the glass, offensive glass.
He's grinding.
He's getting his shit in transition.
And he's picking up the whole game. He's D'ing up.
He's guarding the best player of the whole game. Right.
You're not scoring on.
Come on, man. Y'all know they ain't gonna give that to this man.
Bro, he sat Jason Tatum ass
60 points.
2015. They gave it.
If he dropped 60 points,
they gave it to Iguodala in 2015.
They gave it to Iguodala in the first, I think, 2 games. He came off the bench.
But Steph dropped 43, and he's averaging 30.
Steph been carrying this team throughout.
That shit dropped tonight. I think he was averaging 34. That shit probably dropped to 27, 28 tonight.
Right. What do you have? 15, 17?
15, I think.
Yeah, I mean, but let me say this though: the Celtics adjusted defensively. They were at first sagging off the pick and shit. Now they were like just playing face up on Steph and refusing to let him get the ball and just.
Grant Williams had that good block off that 1-3. He came off the screen, big play
over the top.
Yes, right. But Steph made the adjustment. Like, all right, they clearly taking me out, my little ass out the game. Let me make a quick pass, and it's game over. Everybody getting high percentage ass shots.
At the end of the day, the reason the Celtics lost that game, turnovers in the fourth quarter. That's it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
First and second quarter, you're on the road, you in the mud, it happens. Third quarter, you make the run. I think they took the lead at one point. If not took the lead, they tied it.
They took the lead. They took the lead.
Then they start just going back to turning the ball over. Jason Tatum, you have to take care of the ball. Jaylen Brown, you have to take care of the ball. You guys are the face of the NBA at this point, right? Them two, Steph Curry.
Faces. There's a new generation.
No, there's no Giannis. There's no LeBron. There's no KD. There's no Kawhi right now. It's Steph Curry, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Take care of the basketball. That's it.
Now, one of my biggest takeaways from this game was how well the Warriors bench played. Payton gave you 15 off the bench. Poole gave you 14. And then you had guys on the Celtics like Derek White, Grant Williams, guys that usually give you some production. They really didn't give you much production. And that's why I thought the Warriors took it away too off their bench performance.
Absolutely. And you look at Poole was able to insert himself in that Steph role when Steph was on the bench in the fourth. He was doing the same shit they was doing. Steph was running the games prior, but they weren't guarding him the same way this game as Steph. So he was able to take off and do his thing and really get that lead, extend that lead. And of course, Klay, I mean, damn. His ass he gonna shoot it all. He's shooting everything. But they gonna hit when it's time to.
Going back and thinking about
I'll tell you what.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Break it down.
I'll tell you what. My coach Sawvell used to tell me, when we was going up against a good opponent, Ohio State 2015. We had Michael Thomas. We were about to play Michael Thomas and Braxton Miller. And he was like, these guys gonna get 100 at least.
They gonna get there.
But the niggas who ain't supposed to score, you gotta keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, turnovers is another added piece to it. But yeah, that's the way I thought about the game when you look at the bench and the guys who just was hooping, who wasn't supposed to be hooping.
Well, they tried that the first 4 games of the series. They let Steph get his, and they split. So they adjusted in Game 5, and the Warriors, being the experienced team, being able to make those adjustments, counter off those adjustments, like, all right, Steph, I can't be forcing these threes because they on my ass like hair. Let me dish it out to Draymond, and he can do what he normally do. When they switch the defense. Hey, Draymond was hooping. Quit playing with Draymond.
Yeah, 8 points.
Listen. Let me break it down to y'all. Y'all beating around the bush. The Celtics' defensive game plan was amazing and effective tonight. Their defensive game,
absolutely.
The Celtics' defensive game plan was on point. Okay, their offense is the reason they lost the game, which is
100%.
Because it's typically the opposite. Yeah. You can't go down turning the ball over every other play. You can't do it. And then on top of that, to Jacob's point, he said, and Micah's point, the benches did not show up. The Celtics bench did not help. Grant, Pritchard, and White. Them 3 did not do shit offensively. Nothing.
Greg chubby ass
Pritchard is out there to knock down open 3. He couldn't knock down shit. I promise you, if he had a wide open layup, he would smoke that shit too.
Klay almost put him in the stands when he was backing him down. I'm like,
Klay had him in the post.
Just shoot. He took too long, but that's another day.
At the end of the day, I think the Celtics should have won the game because their defensive scheme was so well. They made Gary Payton score 15. They made Draymond score 10 plus points. They made Klay get 18. So they made Wiggins get 18 points or 20 points, whatever. And Steph did not have a good game. That's what you want.
That's a winning recipe.
You want them to beat us, right?
Right.
I think if they keep the same game plan going into Game 6, and at home they're gonna play well, this goes 7, Celtics and 7 for sure.
Celtics and 7?
Celtics and 7. Yeah.
How do you
stop Game 6 Klay though?
Yeah, game 6 Klay. He finna put them out their misery. I'm going Golden State.
Game 6 Klay. He's a cyborg in Game 6.
I'm not worried about a Game 6 Klay. Celtics and 7. Celtics and 7. You heard it here first. And
what about a Game 6 Dre?
Yeah, that's who they want. They want Game 6 Dre. Let me tell you who outperforms in Game 6. Who goes crazy?
Okay.
Al Horford, 15 plus, easily.
Okay.
Easily, 15 plus. 3 threes, couple layups, rebound. Al Horford can have a really good game. Rob Williams,
they're going to terrorize him on the other side of the floor.
Jason Tatum will go for about 28 to 30. Jaylen Brown will get about 22. Marcus Smart about 12 points. Celtics win in Game 6. Celtics win by about 14. I'm taking them by 14.
14?
Yeah, I'm taking Celtics by 14. Yeah, blowout.
Well, I think these teams both are built on their defensive prowess, both 1 and 2 in the NBA in terms of defensive strengths. Those are going to carry regardless of where the game's at. So it's up to who's going to be the best in terms of scoring and not turning the ball over, giving easy opportunities.
Making free throws.
And making free throws, exactly. Yeah. And I'm going to lean towards the more experienced group because the Celtics, time and time again, they've been struggling with these. These are horrendous, terrible, just throwing in the stands and shit just because he made you go left. So I got to lean with the experience, especially after tonight's game.
Yeah. So how many games then, Jaden?
Oh, I think it's over.
Yeah. Game 6. I think Klay ended.
It's Game 6.
I think Klay ended.
Let me pause it real quick. Let me pause it. I don't mean to be the party pooper, but why is it over? Why is it over? What makes you think the Celtics are going to lose, 3 games in a row? What makes you think that?
Let me ask you what their counter is. So if
They
both teams
supposed to lose
play as well as they have all series defensively, who's gonna not turn the ball over, make free throws, and play fundamentally sound basketball?
You're talking about the Celtics at the crib, okay? When the team is at the crib, and you guys know this, I know you guys play
role players.
You know this. When you're at the crib,
I know what you're gonna say.
when you're at the crib and you're sleeping in your own bed, you might even
I
go out
want
to
to
the
hear
press.
it's game 6 finals.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody on the Celtics been in that situation before.
Listen, it's something about sleeping in your own bed and
No,
waking
it
up
ain't.
in your own bed. It's something
Not with
about
your back against the wall.
that turns you up a little bit. Celtics,
Absolutely, it should.
Listen, the Celtics will play.
It's
Derek
more
White
unlikely.
How many threes did Derek White make tonight?
Shit, I think he had like 3 points.
0, exactly.
I don't know. I usually
did Grant
see
Williams
him
do
jogging
tonight?
like this and shit.
What did Grant Williams do tonight? Did he score?
Nothing.
Grant Williams even
No,
score?
he broke his ankle.
What did Pritchard
looking
do?
like a
Pritchard
chicken
score?
nugget.
So basically, listen, the Celtics bench gave you nothing on the road. I guarantee you, and I promise you, the Celtics bench will give you something at the crib.
Okay. Safe bet. What
This
about
is
you,
game
Jacob? How many
6, back
games?
against the wall, elimination game.
This-
They gonna be shitting in the bed, bro. They ain't never been in that.
Yeah.
They ain't never been in that scenario like that.
They have, though. They have.
Who's
Finals?
in the finals?
2018, not in the finals. But, hey,
The
in
Eastern Conference
2018,
Finals.
in 2018, LeBron walked into Boston and walked their ass down and went to the finals, right? This Celtics team is more experienced than you think they are. They've been through
But Steph is better than LeBron, so of course he gonna end it. Of course he gonna end it.
That's clickbait. We catching you. We got you. Got our footage.
So of course he gonna call it one in Boston.
Nah,
Hey,
Jacob.
he
so-
dropped 43 in Boston. What are we talking about?
True.
It ain't nothing for him to get 35.
That's another argument for another day. I won't do it for
So
this.
let me ask you what the Celtics game plan is defensively for next game. Are they
the
sticking
same-
with what they did this game?
The same exact game plan as tonight. Did the
I
Warriors
agree.
score 100 tonight?
I agree.
They played really good defense tonight.
Yeah, defense ain't the issue. Though.
At the end of the day, I think they missed 9 free throws and what they lose by like 12 or something. If you make your free throws, it's a different game. I think the Warriors missed 2 free throws tonight versus the Celtics missing 9 plus.
Right,
if you make your free throws and you limit half the turn, not even half, if you could, I think they had 18 turnovers. If you could turn over 13 times, the game is different and you making your free throws, right?
Mm.
At home, trust me, it's different. I don't know what about it. I wouldn't even say it's the energy from the crowd because we've all played at home before. We've all played on the road. To us, it's the same thing, right? But when you're in the moment, it's different. Trust me, Celtics in 7.
It's a bold stance.
You can say the
What about you,
same thing
Jacob?
about Steph Curry, though. And
Man, I love
missing
playing
some of those
away
wide
too,
open
though.
shots.
Them crowds away, them away crowds be lit.
They be
Playing in them hostile atmospheres.
Maybe
You live for that shit too.
Yeah.
If you a real dog, I mean, which Steph, he about to show you.
Same one who said LeBron, Steph better than LeBron. You know.
Yeah, that was a little hot take, Jaden. I might have to crop that out and have to cut that footage.
Nothing hot
Just to
about
save
that
your
one.
life.
Nothing hot about that
Steph is the second oldest player to drop over 40 points in the NBA Finals.
Who's the oldest?
Who you think? The GOAT, boy. Come on now. Come on now. LeBron third, though.
The last time LeBron,
I think that's my Mount Rushmore, though.
The last time LeBron was in the finals, he was what? He was 34 the last time he was in the finals, right? No.
I don't know.
Bro,
He had his driveway shooting with his son.
LeBron was in the finals in 2020. LeBron was in the final. He won the finals in 2020. He was 35.
Good for him.
Seems like a couple years ago.
The bubble, though, that shit really wasn't real, to be honest. That was like the metaverse, if you think about it.
So them stats don't
Hell no, look at AD.
Shit, now that you brought up AD, that's a good transition. Anthony Davis, he came out and said he hasn't shot a basketball since April. Should the Lakers be concerned about this?
No, the Lakers shouldn't be concerned. The world should be concerned. AD should be concerned. What you mean you ain't shot a basketball in 2 months?
What, he had wrist surgery or something?
No, he did not.
He didn't have nothing with his wrist.
Why he can't shoot? I'm trying to help him out.
No,
I'm trying to
AD
get
says
the
his first look. AD says his first 4 weeks he's just resting, and then on week 6, on
4 weeks,
the next 6 weeks he's just weight training. He don't pick a basketball up to like 4 weeks before training camp. Blasphemy. I don't give a hell who you are in basketball. My grandma, my niece, myself, my kids, they all picking up a ball at least once a week. Even my grandma, she picking up a ball once a week. How are you an NBA player getting paid multi-million dollars and you haven't shot a ball in 2 months? No one's asking you to be in there 5, 6, 7 days a week, but we're asking you to be in there more than once.
He said he didn't even pick up a ball either.
He said, yeah, the last time I shot a ball was when we played the Suns, April 5th. It's June 13th, bro. What you mean you ain't shot a ball to April 5th? You ain't hurt.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's foul.
Don't get me started.
And you look at the recipe Kobe gave to, the NBA is shoot. He was in the gym in the morning, come home, chill, go back in the afternoon, eat, go back for the late night session. Like really just hooping. Yeah, you getting your weight training in. Yeah, you are doing all the rehab and stuff. But he's a professional. I'm never going to look at him and say you're doing something wrong. You've made it this far. You're doing something right. JJ Redick had his back and say, look, I never picked up a basketball till July. However, AD, you have championship aspirations. You just had one of the worst seasons. Fuck that. You had the worst season of your career. You need to. You're supposed to be starving in the lab, cooking something up me.
Forget 4 weeks off for rest and 6 weeks in the weight.
You need to come out and say, I want to be the 5. From here on out, don't put me at the 4 ever again.
Right. At one point, not only did we think that you were better than Giannis, we thought you were going to take over this team as the best player. We didn't think LeBron in year 19 was going to be the best player on the team. We thought you were going to be the best player on the team.
Yeah.
LeBron traveling the world. He got kids. He doing his thing. But
he's still in the lab though.
Picking up a ball.
Shooting with the Suns.
Guarantee he's picking up a ball.
Oh yeah, that's all you know, bro. It ain't even that hard. Football a little harder to train for. You can't like do that shit. Your knees are turning into powder. But basketball, you can do this all motherfucking day. At least you can work on your free throws. You can. They got all the gadgets and shit that you ain't even got to get the rebound.
Yeah, and I'm a hopeless Chicago fan, man. And I want all the Chicago niggas to come back. You know what I mean?
Like D Rose.
I want all back.
D Rose, Patrick Beverly, and AD.
And D Wade.
But this hurts my opinion.
I know.
On AD,
I'm cool on
sure.
Yeah. Now, so going to the next topic, Shaq. Him and KD beefing on Twitter. What's new? KD always Twitter fingers. But Shaq recently came out and said, once again, not only would his Lakers beat the Bulls, Jordan Bulls, but KD's Warriors too. Now, who we taking in the series between these two teams? These three teams.
Only the
it
three.
Depends what era we're playing in.
I don't give a fuck what era we playing. Shaquille O'Neal and Draymond Green is barbecue chicken. Shaquille O'Neal on Kevon Looney is barbecue chicken.
Shaquille on the other end, that's
barbecue
gonna be hard.
Chicken. Barbecue.
Shaquille gonna be on the perimeter, bro. Guarding.
That pick and roll gonna be deadly on his ass.
He gonna be barbecue on that end too.
Hey,
that screen.
He gets the listen. Let me tell you this: Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, they're all 40% 3-point shooters. That means their three is going in every other time they shoot it. Maybe Shaquille O'Neal in the paint. He put them elbows up like this. He take one dribble. It's 70+%. It's a bucket.
Yeah,
but you can foul him. Why not foul him?
Yeah,
the physical dominance. That shit goes so much further.
We get 6 fouls.
The shooting dominance.
So many.
Yeah.
Nah, they had to sneak in Anderson go in there and take them fouls, bro.
Hey, let's not even talk about Shaq. Let's not even talk about Shaq. They had Kobe Bryant on their team.
That's what they had me do in the Raptors. I used to come in and take the fouls.
They said
They be like, hold on, Jay. We say he started riding this motherfucker. Why you push him out of bounds like that?
They used to check you in just to foul somebody ass.
Hell yeah.
Hey, but seriously though, Shaq and Kobe, arguably the greatest duo of all time. I'm taking them over any other two. Sorry.
Even the Warriors too? Even the Warriors, like as a collective team?
Shaq and Kobe. Yes. I'm taking them over anybody.
I'm taking Warriors with KD every day of the week. Boy, they shooting the shit out.
They couldn't even beat Kawhi.
I'm taking MJ.
They couldn't beat Kawhi.
They was hurt, boy. They was falling.
I don't want to hear no excuses, man. Everybody be hurt.
They had Boy Cousins on that team too. Not a lot of people talk about.
They also had Sean Livingston and Udall on that team too with their non-shooting ass.
I'm taking MJ because all the other niggas.
More space, mid-range ass. Go ahead.
Hey, all the other niggas been there Game 7 in the finals. Jordan.
MJ has it.
Jordan ain't a part of this conversation. We ain't talking about Jordan.
I thought we was talking about Jordan, Shaq, and the KD Warriors.
Yeah, all three teams, because Shaq said they could beat all those two teams.
I'm taking the Bulls, no question. I mean,
yeah, no question.
Shaq and Kobe.
Tony Kukoc got to be on the team though.
Who's gonna guard Shaq? Who's gonna guard Shaq on any of those teams? Who's gonna guard Shaq?
The same person that was guarding them when they played the Bulls at that time. You know they played each other, right?
When did the Lakers play the Bulls? When did the Lakers play the Bulls during that three-peat? You talking about when he was on the Magic?
Yes.
Yeah.
When Kobe wasn't on the team. What you talking about? Kobe wasn't out. You gotta guard Kobe too.
What? We got the GOAT. What are we talking about?
We got the GOAT. Nigga, we got Shaq and Kobe, bro.
We don't have to guard Kobe. We got Michael. What?
You don't have to guard.
You don't gotta do a shit.
What you mean you don't have to guard Kobe? What you mean?
You know why? Michael gonna score more.
No.
Guard him better.
What you mean? You don't have to guard Kobe? What you mean you don't have to guard Kobe? Elaborate.
I'm saying Michael Jordan erases all questions about Kobe Bryant at that stage in his career.
Why? During the three-peat year?
If we talking about GOAT Michael Jordan against young Kobe?
Against GOAT Kobe. 2000, 2001, 2002. Three-peat.
When he was wearing number 8.
I'm talking about when Kobe was in the locker room like this.
Yes. And I'm talking about Jordan three-peat.
Man, Shaq and Kobe.
I'm taking the Bulls too in this one because you can't really bet against Jordan in anything. I don't care. He already beat the Space Jam people, the Monstars. You saw what happened with that.
LeBron almost lost to them.
Yeah,
LeBron almost didn't make it.
If his son wasn't on that team, that's a different game.
Hey, LeBron almost ain't win that one, bro.
Hey, Shaq and Kobe, the best duo to ever play the game of basketball. And it's not even debatable. You can't give me another two.
I agree with that, but it's 5 people on the court, man. You got to add everybody in.
Okay, so what 5 do the Bulls have is going to be better than the Lakers?
Dennis Rodman, best trio of all time.
Derek Fisher was on that
let me say this.
Shit.
Dennis Rodman is on the court for one reason and one reason only, and it's called defense. And Shaquille O'Neal, you cannot play defense on him. So try again. Who else they got on the court? Steve Kerr.
We don't have to try when you got 6 rings.
You don't
stop Shaquille O'Neal.
We're not talking about stopping him. We're talking about containing him.
Winning the series.
Basketball ain't about defense. It's about scoring more than
can't contain the team
you playing against.
2001, 2002. He was fat as hell, strong as hell. Hey, you can't contain.
I guarantee you.
Maybe in the 90s when he was a little kid, but when he was a grown man with that bald ass head, you wouldn't stop him. He was too big.
I guarantee you that nigga that married himself with his wedding dress, he would put that nigga on the free throw line.
Dennis Rodman is like 6'9", 240. Shaq is
you put him on the free throw line.
340.
Everybody know that strong that's littler than you. That like you, damn boy, why you grab me like that? But you little Sam.
I'm just saying he would put him on.
You just grab me like you weren't expecting that. So he that kind of guy. Same with Draymond, you know.
Don't even say Draymond's name in the mix of the other guys.
Draymond's strong too, though.
So you can't put Draymond and Dennis Rodman in the same convo?
No, you can't.
Not even a little bit. Why can't you? I feel like they just
Draymond, look, tonight, tonight, Draymond Green caught the pass. He was right in front of the rim, wide the fuck open. All he had to do was lay the ball up. He dished that one. He passed it as fast as he could to the 3-point line. Like, bro, wide open layup. Come on, no.
No, he ain't want no smoke. You should have seen him when he got that steal and Robert Williams was running up behind his ass. He knew he wasn't finishing that, bro. I don't even know why he tried.
But now, so let's transition to some NFL talk. I saw some interesting pop up on the Twitter feed. Jay Cutler, is he the best Bears quarterback of all time? Sad to say, but it might be true. What are your thoughts?
By stats, yes. By stats, yes. But
who's better, McMahon?
Not by you gotta say McMahon. You gotta say McMahon because quarterback is not just statistics, bro.
Give me Rex Grossman. Give me Rex leadership. Give me Rex.
Rex Grossman could have won a chip on that 85 Bears, though. Let's keep it a buck.
Give me Rex Grossman. Seriously, give me Rex. Jay Cutler threw the ball to the other team more than
y'all seriously saying Rex Grossman would have won a chip in the 85 Bears?
He went to the
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Bro, Rex Grossman was awful. He couldn't win it in fucking 2008.
He went to the Super Bowl. He went to the Super Bowl. And McMahon was
handed off.
And McMahon was good.
Every time Jay Cutler threw the ball, I felt like the other team caught that motherfucker every time.
McMahon was the Johnny Manziel of that time.
Yeah,
if you really think about it.
Rex Grossman is better than Cutler because every time Cutler throws the ball, who's it go to?
Nah, he was fucking smile when he was signing a new contract. You never see him smile on the sideline, even when they was winning.
He don't laugh.
That's terrible leadership.
He was boring.
That's fucking terrible leadership.
What you mean? He was listening to that Flocka.
I go hard in the what?
I don't laugh. I just frown. To the eagle, to the chopper.
I'm not a big time football guy, but I'll tell you this: every game I ever saw,
I can tell based on that tape.
This is serious. Every single game I saw the Bears play when Jay Cutler was on the team, every time he dropped back and fling that motherfucker, the other team somehow caught it and was running the other way. Every single time.
That ain't a fact. I'm gonna show you some numbers now.
Okay. Hey, wait, how'd you get in here?
Right.
When y'all talk about the Bears, I magically appear. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell with that orange ass shirt.
JD got the Bears colors on too. You're right.
Bears colors on.
Rex Grossman, boy.
I'm looking at Rex Grossman numbers, bro. He had 1 year, he had 2 touchdowns. Another year, he got 1 touchdown. Another year, he got 1 touchdown.
Look at that rushing touchdown.
No, these passes.
You looking at fullback numbers, nigga. That ain't no quarterback numbers.
Listen to me. Dude had 2 touchdowns in 2003, 1 touchdown in 2004, 1 touchdown in 2005. 2 interceptions. And then the year they went to the Super Bowl, he had 23 touchdowns, 20 interceptions.
That's more reasonable.
Hey, that's better than Jameis Winston. He was 30 for 30, like a documentary.
But I'd take 30 for 30 any day.
5,000 yards.
No,
I would not.
Y'all not gonna say Rex Grossman was better than Cutler.
No, I would not take 30 fucking interceptions if it means I get 30 touchdowns. No, I would not do that.
No, neither would I.
You gotta look at the interceptions because Brady throws a lot of interceptions too, but they really be punts. They really be punts. It be third and long, and he just launches.
Bro,
he don't throw 30. That's
the turnover margin. The turnover margin means so much more in football than fucking scoring touchdowns. I promise you, dude. I know you're an offensive guy, but nigga, try to understand. That literally changes the whole fucking game.
And on top of that, and you're right, on top of that, where those turnovers happen, even more drastically impacts the outcome of the game.
Absolutely.
And
But
James
also,
Winston
let's
was
just say,
throwing the ball to others. Couldn't hear them.
He had that shit right.
I'm just trying to let y'all niggas know, man. This shit is important.
Nah, you breaking it down to a decimal.
It's a great perspective, defensive. He's a corner. He
Right
knows
there,
safety.
You breaking it down to what?
We're breaking it down to a decimal at the end of the
day. Now, so we talked about some Chicago sports guys. What is your guys' Chicago sports Mount Rushmore? I'll give you mine. Walter Payton, Michael Jordan, Derrick Rose. And then number 4 is number 4 get a little tricky.
Wait, Michael Jordan second?
No, not in order. Not in order. I'm just saying this is
not order.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just 4 heads.
Hey, and if you put Mike second, what's up?
Either have a baseball player or a hockey player. One of the two.
The one.
You know?
Not necessarily, but yeah.
No. Give me.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Micah, who had Chicago on a grip on a chokehold.
Okay, let's hear it.
Michael, Walter,
okay,
Sosa.
Sammy Sosa was gonna be the next one.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought he was talking about Chief Keef.
He got
who's your 4th?
And
he Kane. There too.
Patrick Kane.
You live in the city, so you act like you know hockey and shit.
Right.
Let me give you my 4.
All right, let's get Jacob.
Jacobs for real.
I got Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player of all time, and it ain't a close second.
It ain't close.
No.
Number 2, I got Walter.
I'll take that.
Number 3, I got Ernie Banks. Ernie Banks.
Okay.
One of the most feared heavy hitters.
What year is Ernie Banks playing?
1958 to 1968. Nigga, he played 10
phone, boy. He's checking his phone.
2 years. Hey,
Motherfucker ain't no Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi up, boy. Go in the crib.
In the house, bro. They just told us this.
Go to the crib. Go to the crib. No Wi-Fi. Talk about Ernie Banks, nigga. I don't know Ernie Banks. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
In the game, this nigga played 2 years in the Negro American League. He was damn near up there with fucking my boy 42.
Put it this way.
Jackie Robinson
going against the black pitchers then. Because it ain't a lot of black pitchers today. The black pitchers.
Aroldis Chapman is the only one I can think of.
They weren't in the Negro League though. Aroldis Chapman is.
No, he only played 2 years in the Negro League. Most of his career was in MLB. He was walked.
He was walked.
Intentionally walked.
What you say, John?
We don't know how to do all that curve.
How the hell you know? How do you know?
Hey, Jacob, who's your 4th
name a black pitcher today that's throwing the screwball and the curveball today?
Bro, I don't even watch baseball.
Who was your 4th one, Jacob?
Yeah, y'all got me hollering.
He said Ernie Banks.
Ernie Banks.
No, my 4th.
That was
my 4th.
He gonna say some bullshit. I can tell.
Scotty.
Did you say Scottie Pippen?
It's not ridiculous.
Got 6 rings.
I fuck with it. I fuck with Scotty.
He top 75. Come on, that's top 5.
I only don't got Sosa in there because of steroids.
Okay, yeah. You don't want to.
But in terms of popularity, bro,
y'all want to know my top.
Yeah, sometimes
my Mount Rushmore crazy. My Mount.
Imagine going to Wrigleyville after Sammy Sosa hit a walk off.
He had them in the street.
Bro, I know he had that shit jumping.
Motherfucker, light skin, real light skin. All right, Mount Rushmore.
All right, let's hear it.
Chicago. We're gonna go Jordan. That's obvious. It don't get no better than Jordan. Don't get no outside LeBron. Don't get no better than Jordan. Number two.
Go there,
number two.
We can go there.
Hey, look, I know I might sound a little crazy when I say number two, but I'm okay. I'm going Scotty at number two.
Keep it a buck.
I'm going Scotty at number two.
This is in order, right?
Because look, without Scotty, ain't no Mike.
Huh?
That's a
It's
fact.
not ridiculous. It's not ridiculous.
No, there's definitely Mike.
We going Scotty. I'm gonna go with y'all boy Sweetness because he was sweet with it. He was moving all inside, outside. Now number 4 gonna shock y'all. It's gonna shock for real. But I'm going Kanye at number 4. Kanye. Because look, he donned the sports. He donned the sports. He donned the sports.
Mount Rushmore because he signed Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald and Jaylen Brown too. And Jaylen Brown. He got
Jaylen Brown in the bag too.
Yeah, he got Jaylen Brown. I'm going Kanye at number 4. Mount Rushmore. For real.
Man, you better stop playing.
Now, Jay Huff, your turn.
I say obviously the two Sweetness and Michael, but
he moving them hands. It's a wrap. He finna some bullshit too. Hey, when motherfuckers get to doing this, you know it's some bullshit coming.
Who won the MVP for the Cubs in the World Series? Chris Bryant. Give me him.
Okay.
My Mount Rushmore got the Cubs out of that 100+ year.
I could give you that.
I mean, come on now.
I can get behind, bro. Nigga,
I would say Rizzo over Bryant, though. I would say Rizzo over Bryant, though.
They love Bryant.
No, they love
Sosa. He won.
Give me Javier Baez.
Oh, he wasn't.
The only J-Dell. The only reason why he ain't on the mount is because of the roids. That's
the biggest Chicago athletes ever. It's
Aaron Rodgers.
It's Sosa. It's Michael. And it's Walter.
Aaron Rodgers.
Nobody else bigger.
Aaron Rodgers.
Gale Sayers. Give me Gale Sayers in my top 4. So that's my top 4. I agree.
Hey, y'all forgetting
Chris
about
Bryant.
Hey, y'all forgetting about this. I changed my number 4. I had this earlier, but now I just remembered.
Who you going? Dick Buckus?
Is Dick Buckus. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I
forgot about my nigga Dick.
Hey,
man.
Hey, you forgetting about his ass. You keep
going.
My number 4 is Dick Buckus. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I
forgot about my nigga Dick.
Hey,
man.
You forgetting about his ass. You keep forgetting about him.
Give me a duck. Give me 20 years. I'm gonna say Justin Fields. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, that's not ridiculous.
Going back to the previous question, I'll take that nigga Justin Fields over Jay Cutler any day of the week.
Don't
even matter. Hey, don't matter what day it is.
Monday quarterback the Bears have ever had
in the world.
In terms of talent and motherfucking opportunity, his ceiling is higher than anybody the Bears have ever had at the quarterback position. So we got to make sure we nourish this talent and do it the right fucking way.
Fields the GOAT, for real. Fields is the closest thing to Jesus I've ever seen in a long time, especially as a black man.
Jesus and cleats.
Hey, edit that part.
Hey, but so Jacob, you got to give us a hot take of the week this week before we end it. Jaden last week said the Chiefs weren't going to make the playoffs. Ryan said Broncos were going to win the Super Bowl. Jay Dill had some rough feelings about that. Let me know in the comments. But Jacob, what's your hot take of the week before we head out?
I ain't really give this much thought.
Okay, that's fine.
Take your time.
I'll probably make Jaden mad with this, but I'll probably say Miami's gonna make the playoffs.
Okay.
That's gonna make me mad.
Because you don't like
that made
Tua.
Me mad.
You're the biggest Tua hater there is. But I think with this
understand the shortcomings that come along with a guy like Tua. And
they're gonna be better than the Eagles.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
The Eagles they got more opportunity to be successful in their division than the Miami does. Because they ain't got to play Buffalo twice. They ain't got to play New England twice.
We can sit up here and look at all these small variables and these missing pieces and whatnot.
Bruh. But I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. But who the hell does Miami have outside of Tyreek Hill? Don't say Waddle.
Whip. They got Jalen Waddle.
No,
Jalen Waddle had 1,000 yards last year.
He's not.
They got a whip.
Nice.
Dolphins got a whip.
He's nice. Don't get me wrong. He's nice. But Tyreek Hill and Waddle not going to take to the playoffs with motherfucking Tua as your quarterback.
I think they can make the playoffs if Tua plays
If was the fifth,
that's the big ass.
I know only me and Josh drunk right now, but all 5 of us would be drunk.
But Ryan,
damn, it's one day.
Ryan, Tariq, you can make the case that Tariq Hill and Jalen Waddle, it ain't no more explosive duo than that.
Is their fucking new head coach? That's the big.
I like him though. He's a good coach.
He got the Shanahan.
What y'all talking about? At the end of the day, if I'm quarterback, if me, Ryan Wynn, this dude, playing quarterback, I say hype. I drop back and throw the ball. It don't matter if Tyreek Hill, Waddle, motherfucking Megatron. It don't matter who back there. It don't matter. It don't matter. Don't matter. It's a pick.
He come from the Kyle Shanahan system, bro. That's perfect for Tua. If they could get the run game going with those stretch plays and get the play action heavy boot and get those guys in the open field off the jets and shit.
Hey, Jay,
that's Matt Nagy. He's Matt Nagy.
Good. A lot of ifs in that motherfucking statement.
He's Matt Nagy part 2. I'm telling you.
Matt
Nagy. There was no flow to his offense. Zero motions. Just drop back pass with a young QB against a phenomenal pass rush. And
Miami doesn't win more than 8 games.
Come on now.
Miami doesn't win more than 8 games this year. You heard it here first. That's
I say they win 10-8. They could squeak in if
you're not making the playoffs, making 8-10. You're not making the playoffs. Good luck.
Not in the AFC.
Not in that division.
And there's a reason why they were so adamant on trying to get Deshaun because Tua is not that guy.
They got Teddy Two Gloves for a reason too.
You got a budget for the games that Tua's not playing every year. What do you say this year? Probably make it 8 to 10 games. And he'd be like 6-2 in those games though.
And they win 10.
They win 10.
They win 10 at the end of the season and just barely make it in through the wild card. But they make it.
I hope so because Tariq Hill is very exciting to watch. I want to watch Tariq Hill in the playoffs. I would love to watch it, but that's a coach.
You're going to see Tariq Hill's numbers regress without having Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. I don't. You're going to see it. And
he got paid though.
Waddle too.
Getting him.
He got paid.
Oh, he got his bread, which is most important, I think. Sure.
Oh, you know what else? Hey, the Patriots gonna win their division too.
Huh?
So how are the Patriots gonna win?
How they gonna win their division?
Buffalo go make the playoffs.
I just said
Miami's gonna sneak in too.
Yeah, that don't really sound.
Yeah, that don't make no sense. I know. That's how I know you don't believe in that shit. You don't believe in that tape.
Real quick, Micah, I got a question for you. I would love to get your opinion.
Arguably the best.
Okay, all right. What's up?
I would love to get your opinion, Micah. So it's 2 wide receivers out there that's unhappy. They want the new contracts. If you were the Bears, right, and you could get either 2 of these wide receivers, who would you grab? And then we can disperse from there. DK or Scary Terry from Washington.
I take Terry. I like with looking at like his what he's put up, the numbers we've put up, all the quarterbacks they've had. Like all the quarterbacks they've had at Washington, he's been putting up numbers. I'd take Terry. But
you talking about DK or Terry?
DK.
Yeah.
Y'all fucking crazy.
But DK fits in the system more though. You would want a bigger receiver with the Bear with Darnell Mooney.
You need somebody.
I want a big guy too.
Pause.
No homo.
In the fucking league right now, I would take DK.
Yeah, I'm taking DK over. But I would love to get either one. Hell. But I don't think he's in the right position. That wouldn't be a good fit for us because we still trying to get to the point where we could grab a guy and then take off. We're not there yet. We in the building. We building a foundation right now.
That's a fact. What I'm saying is that if the opportunity presents itself and you can make it work, that's why I think I think Terry is a more viable option because I think it'll take less to grab him than to grab DK.
Yeah, I think so too.
Right.
I agree.
That's all we got for the show today. Had hella special guests today. J Dill sneaked up in here. Jacob was in here. Ryan came back. But thanks for watching and listening. If you haven't, check out the Instagram and the Twitter, 6 Man Blitz. But shit, as always, peace.